So today I thought I'd talk to you about what I've learned after spending £100,000 on Google Adwords for hypnotherapy marketing. And yes, you did hear me correctly, because over the past few years, that is exactly what I've spent, or at today's exchange rate, $131,000 on Google Ads. Blimey, that is one hell of a large number. And even I was shocked at how large that figure was when I looked in my accounts the other day. But here's the thing, just about every month that I've advertised with the system, I have brought in much more revenue than I've spent. So that's giving me a fantastic additional income on top of what I'd normally earn. Now, hell yeah, of course, I wouldn't want Google to have that £100,000 if I could get away with it. But here's the thing, with most major search engines now or systems, if you want to be found, you need to pay. Google is like my greedy manager taking a cut of my profits. But the deal isn't all bad because I come out winning as well. And depending on the campaign, the location, the keywords, or wherever I'm advertising, I typically see a return of 3 or 4 times my ad spend. And as a whole, it's estimated that if you look across all industries, advertisers using the system make around $2 for every dollar they spend. That's like printing money. But the thing is, you have to know what you're doing. So what have I learned from my years advertising on the platform? So, number 1, a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. I have worked with a lot of therapists helping them with their marketing over the years. And many of them, before they've come to see me, have tried their hand at Google AdWords. And guess what? It went really badly wrong. And this is because the system is complicated and it changes every 5 minutes. In fact, even my account managers at Google, because that's what I have now because I've spent so much money with them, get it wrong at times and advise me to do the wrong thing. So if they're telling me to do the wrong thing, can you imagine what an average person is doing? So when I look at my marketing students and see how they've set up their accounts in the past, I sort of want to cry at times because invariably they're burning their cash. I've seen all kinds of issues with their setup. Local therapists advertising to the wrong area completely, people not using the right keywords to attract customers, usage of bad match types which is costing them a fortune, ignorance of negative keywords, incorrect bidding strategies, missing half the system features, not understanding how to calculate the success metric of a campaign, and in general, a total lack of understanding of how the hell the system works. Those are the therapists who will turn around to me and say Google AdWords doesn't work to get in clients. In fact, that isn't the case at all. It's in fact the therapists who've got it wrong and who have rushed to set up ads without getting to know the system first that really are at fault. Now, the other thing that I've seen is even the big SEO agencies get it wrong. So I'll give you an example. I'm working currently with a marketing student who had turned over their AdWords account to a big SEO agency to run, digital marketing agency. Surely these people with huge expertise in running websites and pay-per-click advertising would get that person some clients. No, because that agency may have been great at SEO and pay-per-click, but they didn't understand the therapy/hypnotherapy market. My client told them that he wanted to specialize in online sessions and was happy to see clients who were based anywhere in the UK. So the ad agency set up a load of keywords to that effect and then tumbleweed. And just one of the myriad of mistakes they made was using the keyword hypnotherapy to advertise with. Yeah, of course it's sort of relevant to what we do, but here's the thing. People look for this keyword as follows: free hypnotherapy, Paul McKenna hypnotherapy, hypnotherapy to control girls, hypnotherapy definition. You could go on. Hopefully you see the big problem here. None of these keywords are ever going to earn my client any cash at all. And in addition addition, there are about 18,000 searches in the UK for this term alone each month, an average cost of around £2.50 a click. So even on a generous budget that you've got for a day, it won't take you very long before you've burned through your cash getting a load of irrelevant clicks that aren't going to get you any clients. And that's exactly happened to my student. The agency didn't understand the market and didn't have knowledge of the niche. And this was a huge mistake, so that my client ended up spending a load of money with them and in return got nothing. So what else have I learned? Well, you have to spend some money to accumulate money. I know that so many of the therapists that I deal with love the idea of these Facebook ads because they have such a small budget that they can put on them per day, so it feels very manageable for people. The only problem is that most therapists don't understand Facebook ads very well either. They're cheap for a reason, because when you show that ad to people, most of the people looking at it have no intention to buy at that moment. That means to make the advertising on the platform really work, you need to build a funnel, you need to remarket, you need to cultivate your clients. But with AdWords, the people typing in specific search queries are looking to hire someone now, which means the cost of advertising to that person may be higher, but the chance of you getting a sale is much bigger. The trouble is that as well as therapists setting up their ads incorrectly, they also start to panic because let's say they've spent £50 and they've had no calls, so they close the account down. They think, oh, this isn't working for me at all. When you use pay-per-click advertising, especially systems like AdWords, you have to think strategically. There's no point in spending £50, for example, on advertising for clients who are going to come and see you for one session. It only really works well for the big ticket items, and otherwise it's going to be really difficult to make it pay, especially if you're selling something cheaply, because the clicks will cost you more than the revenue. So plan your campaigns carefully so you don't fall into this trap, and get to understand how the system works so that you aren't afraid to spend a little bit in order to get a large return. Another thing that I've learned is pay-per-click advertising on Google can have a relatively low bounce rate. So what do I mean when I talk about bounce rates? Well, a bounce rate is when a customer or a visitor comes across your website, visits a single page, and immediately decides your site is boring, it's irrelevant, it's slow, and they head off somewhere else virtually immediately. Having a low bounce rate shows Google that you're attracting the right visitors to your site, meaning in theory, you should move up the rankings for certain keywords and phrases. Now, traffic to websites tends to be classed in like 5 categories: social, paid search, organic search, direct traffic, and referral traffic. The traffic with the lowest bounce rates, for me, certainly tends to be referral or organic views, which obviously means that SEO is still important. But in my case, traffic from Google AdWords is the next best with a relatively low bounce rate. This means that people who are seeing my ads are coming onto my website and staying because my campaigns have been set up to show them highly relevant website pages. My worst form of traffic is from social media, and it's relatively obvious why. People on social media are using it to engage with their friends and family, not really to view my website or my ads, such as on Facebook. So if they see a Facebook ad and then ping over to one of my posts, it wasn't really what they were looking for in the first place. They're less targeted customers, and so they're likely to bounce off faster. This is another reason why Google AdWords traffic can at times be superior to those of Facebook ads. And something that I've been talking about maybe for years is diversification is the key to any good marketing anyway. You don't put your eggs in one basket. As I've mentioned before with AdWords or Facebook and SEO, they're changing every 5 minutes. 1 minute you're sitting pretty at the top of Google, and the next there's an algorithm change and you're down on page 3 somewhere in obscurity. Or perhaps you were spending £2 a click and getting lots of customers, but suddenly your local competition gets fiercer and now your costs double. Or even worse, Google or Facebook decide that your website isn't up to scratch and is making outrageous claims, and suddenly they won't allow you to advertise at all. Whatever you do in your marketing strategy, you mustn't rely on one channel too heavily, because one day something will change and those leads will disappear. It's essential that you try and build up a therapy marketing strategy that gets clients from every direction you can. So that may mean Facebook and AdWords, SEO, organic rankings, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, therapy directories, referrals, joint ventures, networking, email marketing. I could go on. Using Google AdWords at the moment is a great way to get clients in through your door, but it shouldn't be your only strategy, just part of a diversified plan to get revenue in any way possible. So do you want to know how to set up a therapy marketing campaign in Google AdWords? Well, as I've mentioned to you before, AdWords is changing all the time. And last year, the whole platform got a totally new design. So I thought it was time to refresh my online course to reflect those new changes. And at the beginning of this year, I filmed a new series of videos to guide you through setting up some campaigns that will convert. This is specifically for search marketing display, not for display marketing. And this video course that I've created is designed to get you regular client leads who are looking to buy your services, to help you target customers who are looking for your particular niche expertise, to help you get to number 1 on Google, to help you build search campaigns that are localized, to teach you how to use pay-per-click advertising to actually make some money, and also allow you advertising flexibility so you can respond to customer needs instantly. And even how to get clients when you're just starting off in practice. Until the end of March, you can claim a 20% discount on the course before the course reverts back to its normal price by using the code PPC2019 on my website. This is a system that has made me a considerable return on investment over the years. And after spending £100,000 on ads, I believe I'm probably one of the most qualified hypnotherapists on the platform in the UK. Just head on over to my website, hypnotherapymarketingexpert.com, and over to my shop, and you'll find the online course there if you're interested. Until the next time, good luck with your marketing.